Hi, it's Jesse for the BC Wildlife Federation member update for the middle of March. First things, hunting regulation proposal feedback is due March 22nd. Please take the time to fill it out. There's a number of pretty major concerns and deviations from 40 years of science and science-based wildlife management in this. You gotta pay attention to the word hunter densities. That is the route to social management in British Columbia. We've spent a long time working on sustainable harvest from licensed hunters. We have the structures built, we have the science. The province is heading down the road of talking about hunter densities and how to manage people as opposed to managing wildlife. You'll see in their proposals to move caribou from general open season to LEH when the current licensed hunter harvest is literally a few percent. It's decimal dust. If we go down this road, we won't get it back. You'll also see mandatory reporting, which for a number of folks probably seems like a really good idea. The science, at least as it relates to species where there's a lot of effort like moose and deer, shows that the current reporting system is actually a better system. It costs less, it's more efficient. And of course, the other piece of this equation that the province has failed to go down is having everyone who harvests wildlife report their harvest. We can only manage wildlife if we know everything that's going into the bucket and going out of the bucket. And if we're not keeping track of all of the harvests and all of the highway mortalities, we really aren't doing our job. So, again, this is an optics move to make it look like we're doing something when really we're not changing the outcome. And we're going to be moving resources in places where we don't need resources to be moved. So make sure that you get your feedback in before the 22nd of March. Last chance to register for the AGM Convention. We have a ton of awesome speakers lined up. The fundraiser night is coming along really well. March 18th is the deadline for that. We had a town hall in Grand Forks a few weeks ago. Awesome attendance, all kinds of engagement and good dialogue from people who are really passionate about fish and wildlife. We've got a whole bunch of town halls coming out the first week of May. There's going to be one in Cranbrook. There's going to be some in Region 6 and 7A in May as well. So check out the website and sign up and make sure you attend. Other things on the go, we had our first women's outdoor workshop of the year. We have a ton more lined up. We've got archery, fly casting, foraging, women's only core. So please share with your friends and anyone who's interested in taking one of the women's outdoor programs. These usually fill up really quickly. In the world of Learn to Fish and Learn to Hunt, I want to thank Brandon Molzan for his incredible Learn to Fly Tie series. I think we're 3 through this and we've got 2 more. These sessions are free to members if you want to check it out. It's just been awesome. There's been tons of engagement and he's really doing a great job. In the world of advocacy, we met with the Assistant Deputy Minister and the Deputy Minister in the Ministry of Water, Land and Resource Stewardship around whirling disease and invasive mussels. Those combined are the 2 biggest threats to our freshwater ecosystems and our fish in the province right now. We do not have the infrastructure set up to ensure that we don't get these 2 invasives, and once we have them, we won't get rid of them. The impacts will last in perpetuity, will have serious negative impacts. So on that front too, same as the hunting regulations, please make sure you engage your MLAs. And on that front, we will be talking about it more and more, and we've already been talking about it. The Government of Canada is completely absent on both of those files, which is bizarre given all of their responsibilities around salmon and freshwater and navigable waters. So we'll continue the advocacy on that front. We attended Okanagan Basin Water Board put on an invasive mussel workshop just last week. Great attendance there, full room. People are really passionate. They're looking for solutions. It was great to see everyone from citizens, Chamber of Commerce, yacht clubs. Feels like we really are getting a core of people who care about this and care about preventing it. And now it's time to turn our minds to engaging our elected officials and helping them understand why it's important to take care of our renewable natural resources. Last one, the provincial budget was launched a few weeks ago. Ran through all of the numbers. As a proportion of the budget, this is the worst budget in BC's history. Less than 1% of the budget is dedicated to taking care of all things air, land, water, fish and wildlife. There is some hemorrhaging going on inside the Ministry of Water, Lands and Resource Stewardship. We don't have all of the details, but it looks like the cuts for this year are pretty hefty. Travel has been suspended. It's, pointing more and more that the province is essentially defunding and reducing funding as it relates to taking care of all these things that we hold near and dear. So we're going to have to turn up the volume on this issue and start talking about it more publicly, because the province, clearly it's not that important to them. That's the member update for this week. Talk to you towards the end of March. It's sunny, it's dry. I hope we get some rain in June, but I guess we'll take the good weather while we can. Hope everyone's having a great month.